Hello and welcome to the Hobbyman UK channel. Today I've got something new which I've not sort of showcased on this channel before. An airsoft gun. Now airsoft is something I've been doing for quite a long time, along with the various other things that you can see on the channel. And I just, for 2019, I'm thinking that I'm going to show a bit more airsoft, probably some gameplay videos, and certainly some unboxings and looking at various airsoft products. So today this is sort of just a quick look at something I picked up recently, which is an ASG Scorpion CZ Evo 3A1, and it's made in Denmark. It comes in a very nice box. It's a replica firearm, and it looks, as far as I can see, as almost identical to the real world one. Anyway, in the box, nice brochure, and in there it's showing you various details of the airsoft gun, various versions, some nice glossy pictures, HPA conversion, and there we go, some of the accessories you can get. The gun comes with a 75 round magazine. You can get 375 round magazines, and then we've got cases there, both soft and hard case to carry it in. So yeah, quite nice something to come along with it. Often don't really get these with some of the airsoft guns out there. Anyway, the gun itself in the box comes with a single 75 round magazine, obviously designed to contain 6mm round plastic BBs, which is what airsoft is all about. Gun itself, body is made of nylon fibre. It is exactly, I think, the same as the real world version, basically, if not identical. It is quite astonishing in its detail. All the license markings, rail space both top, sides and bottom. It's got some nice weight to it actually, and a folding stock, which is quite cool. Easy spring change, which involves folding this back again, and in there is, if I can get this in the light, there we go, there is a place an Allen key in there and turn and open, and the whole magazine, whole spring will come out. This particular gun is a UK spec gun, and it's 0.9 joules, so it'll shoot around 310 to 330 FPS, and because of that, ASG recommend a 9.9 volt Lifey battery, 3-cell, which I've already put in here. So I'm just going to show you in this video. I found the best way of putting the batteries in, because there isn't a lot of battery space. It's a bit fiddly, but so there we go. And then obviously putting back the charging handle, we can see inside there, this is a 2018 version, so the hopefully this camera's picking it up. We have the ASG logo there on top of the gearbox. You can see some of the batteries there, which I'll get to in a minute, battery bars. So yeah, and we can release that there. There we go, and that release closes that up. Fire selector is both on ambidextrous on both sides. You have single shot, 3-shot, and full auto, and sounds pretty good. Put that back to safe. Obviously I've checked this over and make sure there's nothing in it to begin with. Magazine, nice click, and again we've got a magazine release on both sides in front of the trigger assembly there, so that's very cool. Alright, now I'll just fold this back and we'll have a look at battery placement, because I haven't really seen many videos, helpful videos, but anyway, let's have a look. The flash hider, so anti-clockwise, that comes off. Then we've got this part here, which seems to take forever to unscrew. There we go. The mock charging handle there will spring out the moment you take this off. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, and I'm hoping I can do this on camera. There we go. So slowly releases this off, he says. There we go. Right. As you can see, it started to spring out. So you just need to keep hold of that, pull that out. We'll look at that in a moment. Let's put that down there. Now battery. I've got one of the cells resting on top of the barrel there, and the small Tamiya connectors there, and the other two cells. Now I'm going to hopefully we'll have to just unplug the Tamiya connectors a minute. Right, and then I can show you sort of pulling them out. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but there we go. And that's them coming out, and there we go. So that's all three. These are ASG 1000 milliamp 9.9 volt. So let's put that on the front of the camera there. That's the batteries. That's what's recommended for 0.9 joule guns. Anything higher than that, anything shooting at sort of 350 FPS, 11.1 volt LiPo batteries. Well, these are Li-Fi batteries. So yeah, that's the batteries. The gun itself there, and as you could possibly see, you probably can't, to be honest with you, but there's space all along there to slide those two cells in, with one cell I find resting on here. It's just too tight to get all three cells in there, and you'll have problems really with the dust cover going back and forth really. So yeah, that's that. Now looking at the front assembly there, I just wanted to show you that this will spring out, and you will lose this along with its spring if you're not careful. And there we go, there's a spring down there. So not probably something you want to be doing out in the woodland. Probably best to do this while you're back in a safe zone, and you know, changing your batteries halfway through the day. So that just slides back on there. I'll put the front of the gun back on again. So there's not a great deal of trying to do this one-handed. Not a great deal of space up here to put all the batteries. So you've got to separate them and put sort of two of the cells down here and one of the cells up there, basically. Anyway, that slides on like that. Catches on there. Then you've got the first part of the flash hider, which in turn, the purpose of this is to keep this locked in place. You only got to do it finger tight, and then the flash hider goes on. So there we go. So it mainly was just to show you this today. I'm going to do some game videos in a future video, and a more probably in-depth review. We'll have come back in sort of 3 months and see, give a final sort of thoughts on the gun itself. Fired it a few times in the garden, seems all okay. Adjusting the hop up there, like I say, just needs an Allen key in there. It's fairly. It can be done with your fingers, but if you've got fat fingers, you're going to have a little bit of a job. But there's the adjustment for the hop up there, and you can also just, like I say, put an Allen key in. But yeah, it's I'm quite impressed with it, to be honest with you. Normally go for a sort of M4 style airsoft guns, but yeah, it's very nice. Sounds good, and I look forward to using it in the future. So yeah, that's that, and thank you for viewing, and I'll see you again in a future video. Thanks very much. Goodbye.